All right, last but not least, we're here for midterm problem number 7. I'm your host, Scott Hamlin, and this problem, as best I could put it, was write a function that returns a string based on a boolean function. The actual problem itself is not very long. Understanding what the problem wanted took me the longest. It was, I'm sorry, in my opinion, one of the worst written problems I've ever seen. Okay, but from what I can understand, you gave me a function which was function f, which took a s. It didn't really have much of an explanation to it. It returns a boolean if it finds an a in the string. Okay, great. And then you basically use that and return this list that doesn't have that string in it. It should, if it had more content, so it would have been easier to understand what you're trying to accomplish. But be that as it may, I still got it done. Okay, so what I have to do, this is what I had to do. Satisfies f. That's what I'm supposed to be writing. It takes a variable L. What is that anyway? Okay, well, this thing is the parameters L. L is a list of strings. Okay, so it could be short strings, long strings, doesn't matter. It's just a list of strings. What does it do? It returns the list of strings after, well, based on function f, or f, based on function f. Okay, that's all I really need to do. Well, it doesn't even return anything. Let me see. Well, no, yeah, returns the list of strings based on function s. So yeah, that's what you're going to do. Okay, so how are we going to do this? So we're going to go through each string in L. So that's what we're going to go. We're going to go to the string, and then if function, and there we go. We're using the string f. We're using the variable for f is the string. So L is a list, so the first item is string, and the first item in string in this for loop goes to f. And if f string, so if you get a true back, if it's true, then L is going to remove that string. Okay, pretty simple. Just ask for that. I could have done it really quickly. Okay, and then you want to return L. That's pretty simple. Now, what you have to do is you have to go and you have to understand what f is doing, get this to run right. So the definition of f, s, and this is really given to you. So no explanation at all, but it's easy enough. You're going to return a. I think you're just trying to understand you're getting a boolean back. Return a in s. So it's basically looking at the s argument. If a is in, it's going to return a true. There's no a in it, you're going to get a false. And if a false comes back when you're going through this function, you're not going to remove the string. So that's what we want to do. And then we complicate a little bit more. We have one more function, and this one is given to you. Run satisfies f. Okay, and it takes and this is just what made it so complicated. Is if you were creating these yourself, you'd understand where everything's going. But when other people create it, you have to adjust your mind and know what is going on. So L is going into this, okay, and then satisfies f is another variable in it. And see, it didn't give us any explanation of this, so that makes it even wrong. This is like getting the car without the manual, okay? And you just have to kind of like reverse engineer it. Okay, satisfies. Okay, so what is going on is this is the function. And actually, I guess it's easier to explain if I just go, and now we're going to put a code. So we're going to make L equals this list. I don't know how you can deal watching all these videos of us fumbling around, or at least me fumbling around. Okay, so here's your list. Okay, A, B, C, and you want to go and you're going to call this function. That's all you're going to do. And you're going to give it the variable, hey, there's my list. And this function also requires satisfies F. Okay, so if you run that, so you run this, you're going to go into this function here, which asks for L and satisfies F. Okay, and so you're basically giving it a variable and you're giving it a function. And this thing takes two variables. It's kind of strange because it satisfies, it doesn't matter what you give it, it's going to be satisfies F. Okay, well, that's what it's called. So print, we're going to print the result of this function and L. So I mean, if this was, you know, X, this wouldn't work. Okay, I'm almost like, why do you even? I guess this is a thing where this could be a lot of different functions that you might be like. Maybe this is satisfies if you're looking for something else. Okay, I don't know. All I know is that this function is going up to here, from here, and you're supplying it out, and you're going through there, and it's going to return that string. So that comes back in here, and you're printing it out, and that's what comes here, and that's how it works. Isn't that just beautiful? Now shift there, and boom, BC. ABC goes to BC because A got pulled out. That's how it works. If you followed my explanation, you're a lot smarter than me. Okay, that's all I've got, and finally this part of the midterm is over.